So you need a cheap car. Well, you're in luck today. Well, this one doesn't have a whole lot of rust, and it's worth putting back on the road. Well, that means a lot when you're looking for a used car, because that means that someone gave a damn and spent the extra money on the car. Came with almost a half a tank of gas. Pretty sweet deal. When I'm done with this car, I'm going to pull the radio. I need it for the 57 shaker. Pretty clean interior, so it's not bad value. So to get a car on the road in Ontario, you need a valid e-test, which needs to be done every other year. Even being oiled, it still has cancer, but not that bad for a 92 that's been drove. Well, you could go through the bother of getting patch panels and all that stuff, but we're not going for looks, we're going for your cheap. There, a chunk of tin and a few screws. Good to go. And next we'll tar it up. The underside's not too bad, but there's cancer here and there. In the spirit of being thrifty, this is just some tin I had lying around. But I'm going to whack this piece off here, and then that way I can use this piece over here. Cancer's starting, but we'll get that fixed. Sure, we could cut it, because it's rotten to about back here. But you know what? We're doing stuff in speed and cheapness, and it'll look not too bad. If you want to get fancy, sure, but we're going for cheap. Just using everything I got that's lying around. Tap down the edge that got cut, just to kind of make it so someone doesn't cut themselves. I just did a bit of a pre-fit and it seems to work. Hole's only this big, but I got the luxury here of using a bigger piece, so I did. Got the screws way back there. Later on I'll tar it up so that way it's sealed up really good. Where the emergency brake goes through, it's getting a little crispy. So I'm going real quick and easy. I'm not even bothering pulling the carpet out. I just got one screw right now holding it in. Just screwed it to the subframe. And I got it test fitted. This is the bottom of the fender. That's a little rusty, but that doesn't matter for the safety because it's the fender. But this is the rocker and it's actually pretty solid. So I had this test fitted. I'm just using the vice grips to tighten it up a little bit. Bend her up like so. Bend her like that. There, roughed in. So I did it like so. Just take the vice grips, make it a little bit tighter, and then put a screw in. And yeah, I should take the carpet out and all that, but you know what? I'm just gonna screw it to this lip here. That way I know I'm not gonna catch any wiring of the vehicle and then cause more work. I'm just trying to do it the simplest, quickest way. I don't want to restore the car, I just want to get it through safety. And that's what I'm gonna do. And I got a hole on this side I'll have to contend with. Then it's done. So the floor is rotten out here, but what I've done is just slid the tin on top up through the hole, and then that way it can rest up on top of this subframe, and then I'll bend this up, screw it in, and then tar it, and she's rocking. Wham bam. Good test fit. So the horn works on the car, turn signals work, everything works on this car. The biggest thing I had to do was fix the floor. Now it's ready to rock and roll. And I just noticed one more here, just a small one. Three extensions later, and I got the patch in. This gizmo here was dirty, not allowing windshield washer fluid to get to the window. So I just took the air compressor, and now it works. And it's working great. A couple wires here needed fixed up because something was living here and chewed up some wires and brought in some acorns. But that's life. That can happen with even a brand new car. Something moves in. So the guy that's going to do the safety, I'll just let him check out the brakes. They work 100%, but they have to have so much thickness on the pads and the shoes to pass safety, and I just don't have time to check it out, but I'll just leave the guy some work. Now the fun part, some plastic gloves, the tar, and get tarring. I got 2 part cans in my garage, so perfect, all in the spirit of being thrifty, just using what I got. The second pail of tar was a little bit runnier, so I just poured it on this patch. It sealed up real good. And you can see the tar leaking through, so that's a good sign. It's getting sealed up real well. The screws, I'll just grind them off so that way there's no sharp edges to get caught on. My first can of tar that I had to use up was thicker, so I just used it as a seam sealer, so that way I know that this floor will keep out exhaust fumes. And good thing for gloves. Then with a rattle can, I just took some rubberized undercoating and put it on and cleaned up a lot of ugly. And the same for this side. A little bit of silicone, good enough.